Yeah, like I said, that's man shit. That's why I got it done. That's why I got it done. Because that's man shit. And I ain't gonna do anything less than it. And I gotta constantly tell myself what it is to be a man. I gotta constantly challenge myself on what it is to be a man, what it means to me, what it means to my family. You know, you're gonna keep giving your time to the streets and taking your time from your kids. One thing that my mother always said to me, and other family members, aunts, they also said to me, is one thing about life is always warning before destruction. There's warning before destruction. You get chance after chance after chance. You just squeak through. You barely make it past this. You barely make it past this. It was a shootout. You was involved. Bullets flying past your head, but you still made it out. You was in. You on blocks that's indicted. You got pulled over, or you get not necessarily pulled over, but they hop out on you and they search you and things of that nature. You had it on you. You didn't get caught with it. They let you go. Those are warnings before destruction. You was in a house raid happened. You was just in a house that they raided, but you just so happened had to walk to the corner store. And as soon as you walk to the corner store, they pulled up right on that house that you was in, and that house get raided. You was no longer there. You might have something in there, but you wasn't in there. That's warning before destruction. How many of them do you need before you really take heed to what the fuck is going on around you? I'm sorry, YouTube. I know they're gonna cut that, but what's going on around you? How many warnings do you need? But I also know that this conversation fall on deaf ears if you can't get them young boys, some of these old geezers that's still out there, some of these old guys, some of these old heads that still think they're young boys, that's still moving like they moving. I know it fall on deaf ears if you don't give them options. So that's the purpose. That's the purpose of this Black Ops, building these and creating kings. It's about giving options. Okay, you might not want to go to school. Let's be a tradesman. It's plenty different. It's plenty different things that we can do. Plenty different organizations and things of that nature that's set up and geared towards helping convicted felons and otherwise get into a trade. Truly make something of yourself. And I understand how hard it is to transition from the street to the work life because the money ain't the same, or so it seems. But I guarantee if you're a tradesman, if you apply yourself, I guarantee you not only make the same amount, but you're liable to make more. These streets is drying up unless you're really the big dog on the street. Unless you're really the big dog on the streets, they drying up. What it boils down to is laziness. You just want to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Get up. You ain't really got no responsibility. Don't really adopt any responsibility. You just want to be able to coast through life on some bumming. But you feel like you ain't a bum because you getting money, because you collecting a couple dollars, because you cop foreign. You got foreign attire on all over, Gucci, Louis, Fendi, whatever. And you think that you're stunting off of that. So what? It's temporary. It's temporary. Because as soon as you go sit down for that little bit, by the time you get back out, that same foreign that foreign attire that you was buying is old as hell. Don't nobody wear that shit no more. You come out here lost in the sauce, don't know what you got going on, got to reacclimate yourself to the whole world all over. Your son don't look at you the same, your daughter don't look at you the same. The relationship that you want to salvage is cool, but it ain't really the same. You never going to really be able to truly say that you had an impact on your kids' lives, on how they grew up, where they decided to go in life, which would transform them to who they are, and all of that. Like, is that really what you want? Because if so, continue to do what you're going to do. But when I want to tell you, I can't see you as no man. I don't see you as a man. To me, you're a little boy. That's exactly right. To me, you are a little boy. I talk to you like that. I handle you like that. I handle you like that. And you ain't going to do nothing. Y'all ain't going to do nothing. It's time to change. It's time to consciously make a decision that you want to change, that you have to change. Be better. Be greater. Take that same street smarts that you have and apply it to something different. Because that's another thing that I want the world to understand and truly grasp and understand. Stop keep taking these boys out here as foolish. Well, they foolish. They definitely fools. For continue to live a life that you know that the odds are against you. But stop taking them as dumb or unintelligent. Because, and now I'm going to play the devil's advocate to the same conversation that I'm having. A lot of these guys are borderline genius. I've seen it. I've been around it. I know it. These guys are literally able, are out here literally able to have this sale calling and that sale calling, 4 or 5 different sales calling, wanting different things at different times and at different prices. And they calculating all that in their head. They ain't writing none of it down. They calculated all in their head to a T, know exactly how much they hold, know exactly how much they're supposed to get, and know exactly how much they want to spend. Or how much they're supposed to spend. And then also giving times and places that they're going to get it. I've seen guys literally have stash spots in the middle of a field. Never been to school for latitude and longitude. No, probably don't know anything about it. They don't even know what a latitude or longitude is. But one thing that they do know, they know how a clock works. They know how a compass is. And that's how their mind works. And see, I see a lot of you street guys, when y'all heard me say clock, y'all thought I was talking about that scale. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an actual clock. I'm talking about a compass. North, south, east, and west. That's how you, in the middle of a field. And it takes intelligence. It takes intellect for somebody to actually go and take a garden hole or a shovel, a spade shovel or something. Just something that they're able to dig a hole in the ground and dig it deep enough that they, and look, and that's the thing, dig it deep enough that they don't disrupt the grass or kill the grass. They dig it deep enough that they do not kill the grass. Put it inside that hole. Into the untrained or unknowing eye, they see it as just a field. And it's not like they place a marker right there next to it. That's when the clock come in, or north, south, east, west. Right there where they are, it's a tree to the left. It's a tree to the left. It's probably 10 steps from that tree. And then up north, or 12 o'clock, it's a sign right there. It's a sign. Maybe a stop sign, whatever the sign may say. But it's a sign. And it's probably 20 feet away. And both of them, that tree and that sign, meet at one point. And that's where it is. These guys think like that. They think like that. These guys I've seen and been a part of when you bagging and things of that nature, coming from having to put it on a scale and no longer having to put it on a scale anymore because you've seen it so much that now you can bag it without even putting it on a scale and be exact. If you take that and be exact, hit that same number, 1 or 2 points off maybe. I seen somebody blow their whole money. Really didn't have enough for re-up, but they only have a little bit left. A little bit of the work or whatever they have, whatever their drug of choice that they're selling, whatever the narcotic may be that they're selling, don't really have enough. So they step on it. And for those of y'all that don't know what step on it means, they add something toward it in order to stretch it a little longer, in order to make more money from it. And then they have the gift of gab to go ahead and explain to their sales and things of that nature that this isn't the best batch right now. This was the end of my batch, but I make sure that I have this, then the third, just to keep them coming. I hear these guys as salesmen, as chemists, as scientists, but yet they rather squander their lives doing this thing right here because that's what was in front of them. This is what was directly in front of them. Rabbits with a carrot dangled in front of them. It's time to do something different. It's time to wake up, be something different. Put that same thing. Listen, it's all a hustle, fellas. It's all a hustle. The hustle don't change, just what you selling. Just the product. Take that same energy, time, and effort that you put into the streets and put it into something else and reap the benefits of it. and reap the benefits of it. I challenge you to do so. I challenge you to do so. And I know because of that muscle and that hustle, we can do it. Let's get it, fellas. It's time to be greater. Do man shit. Live strong or die weak. Ain't no pressure. It ain't no pressure. And remember, this Tony Guns talking to y'all. Gunner. Tony G. Whatever you want to call me. But over here, we ain't dealing with that little boy. We're not gonna continuously be little boys. And for the little boys that are out there, I want y'all to understand that the example in them streets of a man ain't necessarily a man. It's something less than. That's real talk. It's something less than a man. Trust me when I tell you. And trust me when I tell you, they look to men, real men. They look to real men and aspire to be, and they really want to be. For whatever reason, they don't have the determination, the dedication, or the drive to do so. But over here, we're building leaders and creating kings by building national development over its generations. Let's get it.